Bup, 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 bup. Hello! The crap just keeps on rolling in. Fresh from HMV, it's Ghostwatch! The really obscure British horror ghost story thing. I'm not Stuart Ashens, am I? Bear with me. Hello there, Dimmeh here. Now, I take it you all know about the War of the Worlds radio play. No? Let me explain. In 1938, the Mercury Theatre on the Air radio show aired an episode for their Halloween show, an adaptation of H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds, narrated and directed by Orson Welles. Most of this was broadcast to imitate a news report on the alien attacks, giving it an air of authenticity. However, many people tuned in and actually believed the radio show was a genuine news report, and mass panic set out. Why am I telling you about this? Because in 1992, something else very similar happened, also on Halloween. I'm talking about Ghostwatch. Presented as a live exploration into the supernatural, this scripted drama piece would become infamous for fooling audiences into believing what they were watching was actual television, which is helped by having actual celebrities at the time hosting the event. This is the first time that anything like this has been put on television, and inspired the film The Blair Witch Project, which in turn inspired all those shaky camera horror movies out today. The public outcry was enormous, and even resulted in someone committing suicide. So with that said, let's watch 1922's Ghostwatch. You mean 1992? You don't want to have to add another embarrassing annotation link again, do you? The hell are you doing here? I used the tabs to travel back over my own personal time stream to correct any mistakes you make. Think of it as your own personal autocorrect. You sorted out the temple circuits and folded your own timeline in half, didn't you? Just shut up and do the review. My god. And don't say that either. Fine! As I was saying, this is Ghostwatch. So after a set of credits that even Windows Movie Maker would scoff at, we see the scariest thing in the show. Michael Parkinson's acting, as he explains that we're taking part of a live ghost hunt.
The programme you're about to watch is a unique live investigation of the supernatural. Now you're about to see one of the incidents that have earned this house its reputation.
Watching two pre-teens in bed, this got a little creepy. Also, this would be a really good place for a Doctor Who pre-title sequence. Instead, we get a title sequence which is so cheesy it looks like it belongs at the beginning of a bad 80s sitcom.
We're going to investigate one of the most baffling and fascinating areas of human experience, the supernatural. Tonight, television is...
Holy shit, is that a real working fireplace? The budget for this must have been enormous!
By the way, that's the kind of thing you'll be seeing throughout the series. Lots of money spent on expensive items.
It's also here we're introduced to the only bugger in this that can act. Well, act. Dr. Pascoe, the scientist investigating this house. And also the man on the scene, Craig Charles, doing a wonderful job of acting like the most irritating fuck on the planet.
Yeah, I'm fine. I've taken the Valium, man.
Shut up.
And she's going to take us through the whole spine-tingling story.
Please, shut up.
And after that, you can share with us your own supernatural experience on our very own Halloween switchboard.
Shut the fuck up! And to complete the main cast of real-life presenters in this, we get Mike Smith and Sarah Green, two people that nobody's ever heard of nowadays.
We particularly want to hear from you if you've had any personal experiences of ghosts or the supernatural.
Oh, interesting fact, the number that appears on screen at the moment would actually lead to a pre-recorded message telling the listener that this was a drama piece. Unfortunately, during the events, when it gets a bit more climactic, shall we say, it jammed. It's also here we're introduced to the family of the house, the Earleys. Kimmy, Susie and the mother, Pam.
Well, he couldn't understand it. He said it was impossible. Everybody said it was impossible. I said, great, you come and live with impossible.
Honestly, they'd have got a better performance from Pam if they cast Arnold Schwarzenegger in the role.
Man of sound mind here, Mike Ayton. He is also the unofficial chairman of the Adrian Edmondson Lookalike Society.
And he looks fuck all like Adrian Edmondson.
Right on.
Once they enter the house, we cut back to Parky and Dr. Woman as they... Wait, is that a picture of a Ku Klux Klan member above the fire? Anyway, we cut back to the studio where we get our first phone call of the evening. A woman said she saw someone in the bedroom footage from earlier.
I was sure I could see a figure standing behind, against the wall, just by the curtain.
Make note of this reappears later.
I'll tell you what to do, Emma. If you can actually spot up the specific point on that tape where you saw this figure, and tell one of our operators, we'll actually spool it back to the point where you tell us.
Michael Parkinson there, forgetting that Sky Plus hadn't been invented in 1992. I mean, they have the technology to isolate someone's broadcast, rewind it back, and highlight certain points, but not have the technology to get a big TV! So anyway.
Who's that? Can you hear this? Are you hearing?
fuck. Ah!
I'm sorry if I'm being insensitive, but it is my brief. They said, Craig, come along, be insensitive. Can you just get out of the way a minute? You're in the middle of my close-up.
Pleasure.
During the family's explanation of what they've been going through, we hear the name of the ghost.
So afterwards, whenever Kim heard something, she'd say, "It's Pipes. Pipes is here."
And we also see where Mr. Pipes lives, under the stairs. Wait, Pipes is Harry Potter?
Let's have a look. And is that exactly how he looked when you saw him?
Seems Kimmy just stole Tim Burton's artwork designs for the new Snowman remake. Wow, I hope no one trips on those wires.
One day I looked in Susie's exercise book from school.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, no wonder why they call it Pipes!
Hit her, I was so mad.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
There you are, up there on the screen. That's the tape you wanted, isn't it?
See, what they do here is actually quite clever. They play the same bit of footage twice. First time with Pipes very visible, and the second time more or less invisible to the actual camera. This is done to trick the audience into thinking they're seeing things. Although how Parky doesn't see them, I have no fucking clue.
I wonder if it's that thing, you know, where you put your dressing gown on the back of a bedroom door and in a certain light you look at it in the middle of the night and it looks like a human form or face. I mean, it's easily done, isn't it? I tell you what we'll do. Let's go back over to Foxhill Drive and learn about the toll that living there has taken on the children's mother.
My ex-husband, used to develop his own photos in a dark room under the stairs. The glory holes, we used to call it when I was a kid.
Glory hole, you say? Something tells you had a troubled childhood. After a phone call from the most pointless woman in the universe, we learn a little bit more about the doctor who's been working with the family.
At one point, we filled Suzanne's mouth with coloured liquid and we sealed her lips with tape.
Sounds like my kind of party. Now go away! Seriously, with coloured liquid? Why? During the playthrough of the recording, Pipes makes his second appearance. Can you spot him with my shitty 480p quality? I hope so! We also learn how the ghost has been focusing on Susie, and how she was being clawed viciously.
About July, the first one was. It was horrible. Well, I'd just wake up and it would feel like someone was all over me.
That was a rather casual flip of emotions. And we meet the last main character of this, Dr. Silvestri, played by that actor you recognise but can't remember where from. He does a wonderful job of acting as a prick, but not as big of a prick as Parkinson becomes. It's after we get a ghost story from Sarah Green and Mr. I've Got Spit on My Food and a Pixel Face, we get...
Bill! I bet that scared you, didn't it?
Craig, I like you. I love you, Murdorf, but my God, you're a tit in this. Oh, go away! Craig interviews some of the members of the local community, revealing that the ghostly happenings aren't just restricted to the house. One woman tells Craig about a dead dog that was found, and this leads to my favourite line in the entire show.
When it was pregnant, there were fetuses scattered all over.
Wait, go back!
Arthur Lacey? Arthur Lacey.
Holy shit, that's Pipes! Jesus, I don't even think he knows where he is, I think he's lost! Craig is talking to someone who tried to exorcise the creature. However, shortly after meeting Craig, Arthur Lacey was so scared he had to escape.
Please help me!
Shit starts hitting the fan now. Was this you? Don't look at me, I didn't touch anything. You're from the future, you should know! I'm an alcoholic, I can't remember 5 minutes ago. I don't know what's creepier. The fact I just saw something, or the fact my TARDIS corridors look like someone's house. Makes sense. So, where was I? Oh yes, shit starts hitting the fan in Foxhill Drive as Sarah Green hears a loud series of bangs and knocks.
It's all kids' pictures, they weren't here before.
Cat! Oh wait, I'm stealing material again, aren't I?
I didn't know they had a cat. Did you?
Oh hi Pipes. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the camera shows Susie bang on some pipes, leading to Parkinson to believe that she made the whole thing up. Seriously, this is where his prick level goes up and his acting ability goes down.
Suzanne, I'd like to talk to you. Did you put the writing in the school book?
I don't want to talk about it.
What about the noises in the wall?
So after more filler from Mike Smith and Madame Bland, we get a phone call from a viewer whose glass coffee table's exploded.
Glass everywhere. His face and hands were cut. There's blood on the wallpaper.
That line is also hysterical. She states that her clocks have stopped, just like the watches in Vauxhall Drive. Also, things really start tying together when we hear clips from the interview with Kimmy, describing the ghost. The same description that's been given all night by the people phoning in.
He's bald over his head.
Bald with a skull-like head.
And he's got a dress on. Yeah. It's all really long and it's black. It's got buttons all the way down.
And wearing a black robe or a dress which is buttoned up to the neck.
And this is the part where everything really kicks off. The sound of cats is everywhere, Susie gets clawed up again, Sarah Green thinks she sees someone behind the door, and we get another plot exposition phone call.
Come on. Downstairs. There's outside.
Holy shit, he's wearing pink now? How's anyone meant to be scared of this guy? We go back to Mike Smith, who tells us about some of the phone calls we've been having, with more ghostly activity happening around the country.
I'm sure we can assume that many, if not all of these calls are jokes.
Prick. In the house, a camera starts playing up, a picture flies across the room, and Susie gets a case of bad dubbing.
Stop it! Stop it, Susie!
That's creepy.
Pipe said to do it. Pipe says he was a bad man, Bobby. Here are his eyes.
And that's not. Good acting there, kid. Hearing cat-like noises behind the door of the glory hole, they decide to open it. We see another brief glimpse of Pipes, and not Adrian Edmondson gets knocked out.
He's touching me.
Suzanne!
He's hurting me. He's hurting me. Get off me. Get away. Get off me.
Look out! It's Gary Glitter! Pussy. What? You and I both know it wasn't Glitter using that joke originally. Yeah, but you know how many fanboys he's got. You saw how many dislikes I got in the last video just for expressing my opinion, not for insulting their little icon. Careful, dude, you might be innocent. Oh, come on, you don't legally change your name if you're innocent. True. So, you don't think his fans are going to claw on about who we're talking about, will they? Please, have you seen these fans? They're fucking idiots! Live editing equipment starts to mess up, cutting us randomly to Craig Charles talking to Mr Beard, before punching some children, before it cuts back to Vauxhall Drive, looking rather happy and cheerful. Did the footage just skip back or something? Hark! Is that another exposition phone call I hear?
But I think I have some information for you about the history of the house. Do you know Mr and Mrs Sellers? Did you know they sublet a room? The lodger was their nephew, Raymond Tunstall.
Plot exposition, ha ha! Yeah, cutting this very short, it turns out someone lived there in the 60s called Raymond Tunstall, who was a deranged paedophile who dressed up as a woman, hung himself under the stairs, and then got eaten by cats. What else can I add to this? Anyway, we get more of Parkinson being 72 different flavours of dickhead.
Oh, for God's sake, don't close the lines. We need to know what's happening out there.
You're the expert. What is happening out there?
I don't know.
And Pascoe does a Sherlock Holmes, realising that...
This is some earlier footage from earlier in the evening. This is just a cover. It's a dupe.
But what...
This isn't happening now.
But what is happening?
Yeah, I've watched that bit frame by frame hundreds of times and I still can't work out what the fuck's going on. The screen goes haywire and a ghostly gust of air starts filling the studio. Or, as Parkinson puts it...
There's a wind in the studio. Ever heard of a wind in it? Turn at the studio doctor. I don't understand.
Worst acting ever. I bet a lot of you are confused. Allow me to explain. Pipes have been using this broadcast as a giant nationwide seance to do... something. It's not explained in any way, shape or form. The house is all but abandoned, save for Sarah and the cameraman, who are still looking for Susie, her voice rebounding all around the house.
Chris, are you alright?
I told you someone would trip on those wires! I told you! And so Sarah Green ends up trapped in a small, cramped area being attacked by ravenous pussies. This is definitely time for Roger Moore eyebrow raise. Final shot Pipes there, working as a BBC lighting rigger, as the studio is evacuated.
People are leaving the studio now. Lights are going all over the place.
People are leaving the studio now. It's utter chaos. People are collapsing. Dr. Pascoe's just had her throat slit, and I'm about to die.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going. Get the link back. Get the link back.
And so we end the programme with Parkinson stumbling about the dark studio before being possessed by pipes, instantly increasing his acting ability. So that was Ghostwatch, and despite the fact I utterly ripped into it, I really do enjoy it. Sure, it's got problems more gaping than Parkinson's vagina, but it's still scary as hell. Like Parkinson's vagina. Really? A Paris Hilton joke? Oh, piss off. There we are. That just leaves me to say thank you for watching. You know, they never really explained who Pipes was, did they? Anyway, please fuck off out of my toes. Blast it! That's that Temple bubble. Piece of type 40 crap. Huh? Strange. Don't we have an auto cue? Round and round the garden, like a teddy bear.
Little boys and girls, did you really think that Jimmy was big on for good?